Here are 2 must-have tools every DayZ player should know about. Let's check it out. If you're new to DayZ, you probably already know how tough the learning curve can be. While exploring on your own can be fun, it's easy to get lost or stuck if you're just starting out. That's why today I'm highlighting 2 must resources for every DayZ player: the I Survive interactive map and Wobo tools. Both will give you a huge advantage and make your time in the DayZ world much smoother. You'll find the links in the description below. Okay, here we are on the I Survive interactive map. They do have iOS and Android versions. We're just on our computer right now. If you look at the top left, there's a drop down that shows all the different maps. The official maps would be Chernobyl, Livonia, and Sakal, but it even shows custom maps. Now when we zoom in real close to the map, here we are on Chernobyl, you can see that there's all these different little icons. If you hover over the icon and you click on it, it will have a little pop-up showing you what that is. In this case, it's a water pump. But that is not the best part of the interactive map. Over here to the far right, there's a filter. And you can look, every one of these different items you can turn on or off to filter and look for those items. And what I want you to pay special attention to is right here at the top. It's like the 3rd or 4th one. It says Loot Tiers Overlay. And it's going to give you a color overlay of the different loot tiers. Now if you look, the loot tiers right here, green is tier 1, blue is tier 2, yellow is tier 3, and red for tier 4. So I'm going to switch to this other tab where you can see on my filters I have turned everything off but the loot tiers, and I've turned on the player spawn locations. So you can see on Chernobyl where the green is where everyone spawns. Let's zoom in real quick. And you see this little icon is a new player spawn. So if we was to zoom out, you can see that most all the spawn points, you're going to start out on the coast, and you're going to start out in the green, which is tier 1. You have to move away from the spawn locations to get to the higher tier loot. So let's look at Livonia at the very top, because in Livonia you start from the north and you work your way down south, and Chernobyl is kind of the opposite. Let's look at the Sakal map. You can see here that you kind of start out, all the spawn locations are way over here in the northeast along the coastline, and that's all green, and then you move way over here to the high tier loot. You can see Livonia, if you spawn near Toplin, you already are in tier 2. So you can be, that's a good spawn location to start out here by Toplin. You can already start getting the better gear right from your first spawn. So use the filters to toggle on and off the icons that you're looking for, and it will make this map way better than the in-game map that you get, the tourist map. The second resource is going to be Wobo Tools. This is a website that has everything you need to know about ammo, about weapons, about attachments. So let's just go through a couple of quick things and then you can explore more on your own. So I'm going to click right here on Weapon Tools. When you do that, it's going to give you the different options. You can also use the hamburger menu over here at the top. You can do DayZ and you can do Weapon Tools, and you can see kind of the same thing right there. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to look right here at the Weapon Rank tool. When you do that, it will give you a summary right here at the top of what the overall score is, and you can see the DMR is ranked number 1, and it goes down the list. This is really good to know, kind of just to get an idea of how the different weapons rank. I remember when I first started playing, I would find a sporter that just uses 22 rounds, and I think I found the best thing in the world, and that can barely kill a rabbit. We'll click into this, and then you'll see all the different stats for that particular one. Now you can click more info, and it's going to open up this particular weapon and go really into detail of what's good and bad about the weapon and all the rankings that it's been scored. Now if I scroll down just a little bit more, it will even show you, if you clicked find on Chernobyl or Livonia Skull, it will kind of show you the spawn locations of that weapon. But right here I want you to look at this one that says compare stats. So I'm going to select a second weapon. I'm going to do an assault rifle, and we're going to go down here to the M16, and then you'll see that we'll have the DMR versus the M16, kind of go over the primary stats for each one. So if we click on the M16, there's that stat. You come down here, or you can click up here too. You can do DMR, M16, and it will show you the different stats and pros and cons and the advantages over one over the other. You can also compare 3 weapons. You can do 3 at a time, up to 4 at a time. That is just one of the cool things that this website will do. You can also go over here to DayZ, other tools, and we can do DayZ Loot Finder tool. We can come over there and you can search for like we'll go into Livonia, we can type in the word, just say Mosin. And then it will open up this map and it will show you with all these little yellow dots, all the different spawn locations the Molson has spawned at. That's another way to get a good idea of knowing where you need to go on the map to find the weapon that you're looking for. So there you go. Those are two main resources that will really help you out if you're new to DayZ. There's nothing wrong with just jumping in and learning it on your own, but it can get really frustrating for new players. So go to iSurvive map and go to Wobo Tools. It will help you out a lot. All right, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and get notified.